All right. Hey there, Dr. Mark T. Wade here, founder of Virtual Summit Software, and I am excited to be going live with you today doing our weekly walkthrough of the Virtual Summit software. Also, extremely excited to announce this week we released our brand new Virtual Summit Marketplace. If you have not checked that out, go check it out. It's pretty cool. If you're inside of Virtual Summit software already, one of our many different users, you can check out that information right here with a link over to more details on that to get a walkthrough and understand it fully. Also, you can check out the new marketplace right here with the summits all listed out. And of course, you can get inside of that detail right here, how to actually map out your virtual, or how to put your virtual summit inside of the marketplace as well. For those of you who are not currently inside Virtual Summit software, welcome. You can always get a free trial over at virtualsummits.com. That's a 15-day full free trial, no billing information collected. Check it out, see how amazing it is, all the different features. Again, over at virtualsummits.com, and you can find more information there from our new releases, walkthrough, and even some pretty cool resources there. So today I want to kind of show you there's different sides when we do these weekly walkthroughs, these weekly demos. This right here is inside the Summit dashboard. So all of my virtual summits are listed right here. The ones that are published and or being rerun on the Ever Summit feature, the ones that are in draft or being worked on right now, or even the ones here at the end that have ended or are no longer in action. So this is our Summit dashboard. I've gone through different aspects when I go through the demo. I like to kind of try and make the walkthrough a little different each time, not just show off all the pieces of the Virtual Summit software, which is really kind of the goal and intention here, but also to show you different components as we go through this. So today I want to kind of show you how you could go through and actually build out a virtual summit in less than an hour. And of course, I'm not going to do this in an hour. I'm just going to walk you through it. It will be about 20, 30 minutes here. But I'm going to show you how you could actually do that. A quick overview, just to put, some context to where we're at here. You have your profile, your billing information all up here. You have access to the help center and support here. Help Center is going to give you all those amazing resources that you need, as well as access to the knowledge base. The knowledge base is your best friend. Please make sure you check out this knowledge base. Also, the Virtual Summit software user guide or tutorial is right here, which will take you through each piece of the Virtual Summit software with explanations if you need it. And of course, if you have a question about something, you can always just type it up here and the most relevant things will pop up, and that will take you into, again, like walkthroughs, little walkthroughs of the things you need to know. So that's that. We have our summits right here. This takes us to our summits dashboard, which is going to give us our summits that we're hosting, the summits we're working on, either as a host or collaborator, any summits that we're a speaker on, so summits that we may be not hosting, but we're speaking on, registered summits. So these are summits that I'm attending as an attendee, but not speaking, not hosting, and then our summit affiliate dashboard. So this is any summits that I am affiliating with. So if I need to get my referral link, or I want to check out my commissions and or transactions, et cetera, see what's going on there, I can do that all there from the Summit affiliate tab. The speaker tab is a little bit different here. This is going to be where you can put your speaker information, fill out that, and that will go into the summit you're speaking on. Usually you won't need to do a presentation. This will be done if you're doing interview style. That'll be done by your host. And then if you want to add a bonus into that summit for that host, you can do that right there. So let's jump back into this. Let's go into, let me find one of my demo summits so I don't actually, well, let's actually go through this one. This one it'll make it a little bit interesting here. And I just want to kind of show you how you could walk through this. So actually, one thing to note from the summit dashboard here, you're going to see all your summits are laid out here. As you just saw, like, you can click on it and jump into the summit and start working on it. You have more options here, like you can view the summit portal, you can view the landing page. You could clone the summit, which is a really cool feature we have here. So if you've built out a summit and you want to do something similar to it, or maybe you want to do a different variation of it or a different version or whatever reason, you can clone that summit here, and it gives you options of whether you want to clone the entire thing or just certain pieces of that. And of course, you could always delete that summit, your summit, if you needed to or wanted to. So when we jump into our summit, we're going to see our progress, or the progress status, with some quick overview aspects here, if needed. Here on the left side, this is going to be our navigation bar. So these are going to be the main summit topics. These are going to be the things, essentially, the essential steps here, the ones that we need to have done in order to host our summit. Okay. There's additional steps, which will make your summit, optional, which will make your summit more successful if you wanted to, like putting in your mail, like integrating a mailing list, adding a sponsor, etc., but are not mandatory. So if we go through these again, here's what I would recommend. First off, in order to get this done in an hour, is you're going to want your details pretty much ready in advance. Okay. If you're trying to come up with this all at the same time, you're going to have to stop and think about it, and it'll probably take longer. So you might want to take a look here and go, what am I going to need? I'm going to need my summit details. So I'm going to need information about my summit, about the host. I'm going to need my speakers. So who are my speakers? I'm going to need their information if I'm importing that, or if I'm putting them in, or allow my speakers to put their own information in. I'm also going to need their sessions. So the speaker sessions or presentations. So whether that is a like a interview, or if I'm having them actually put in an information there. Also, this is the speaker section, is where I'm going to handle my global chat, interactive live chat settings are handled there. Email templates, if I'm going to edit or change anything with my email templates, which you really don't need to. These are just reminders. Your actual emails should be coming from your CRM, your daily emails, like your communication should be coming from your email platform, like MailChimp, Kartra, ConvertKit, Keep, whatever. So you may not have to do anything there. Or schedule, you may just want to have an idea of what your schedule is going to be. Let's see, let's go into that one. So whatever your schedule, maybe have an idea of what your schedule is going to be. Again, having this information in advance is going to make it much quicker and easier when you actually go through the process of actually laying this all out. Okay. Also, just from a standpoint of where we're at here, this is also where you're going to manage the chat. So the global settings, chat settings, are in the speaker presentation area, but this is where you'll be able to go through and see from all the different sessions on the different days. If any of these chats have any new comments, you'll see like a little red number pop up there, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's when you'll know there's a new comment. You can go in there, add to that. You can manage the users, all of that right there. Now, one of the things that you're really going to need to have in advance to make this done in an hour is your offers. Okay, what are the offers and bonuses that you're going to sell on your summit? So obviously the summit registration is going to be free. We're not going to be selling anything there, but maybe we got a bonus or a summit, we got a registration bonus or something we're going to throw in there for people who register. But then we're going to have our, 3 tiers. Usually we have our all access passes, small, medium, and large. But there's something that we're putting into that. Usually it's some kind of an offer, as something they're going to be getting when they purchase that all access pass, as well as some bonuses we're going to throw in there. So you're going to want to have that together so that when you go through to add these, you've already got it. You're not having to come up with it from scratch. If you have that, you're just going to be copy and pasting. What's the offer image? What's the name of the offer? What's the price point? So this is our registration bonus. Let's go into this one, which is going to be our higher tier inside. So got our offer image, the name of it, what's the price point, the value, is it a reoccurring payment or not? If it's a reoccurring payment, is it weeks, months, lifetime, meaning until canceled? What's a description of that? And then how are your summit attendees going to get access to this? The people who purchase this, where are they going to get access to it? Is it a file, like a zip file or something they're going to download there? Or is this a link that we need to send them to, either to a course or to maybe a registration page or a membership or whatever? And additionally, are we going to add any order bumps to that? So once you have that information, and just a note here, we do have multi-currency available for this as well. Once you have that, it's very quick and easy to go ahead and add an offer. Again, you upload, copy, paste, put that where you need that to be. So adding those offers, and then the bonuses are very similar, same concept, except a bonus is a bonus. So there's no payment needed for that. But where are they going to get access to it? Is it Dropbox, Google folder, whatever, all of that right there. So when you have that together, it makes adding these offers, bonuses. And then once you have those put in there, you simply add those into the tiers. Which tier, which all access pass, small, medium, and large does it go to? Okay. Well, our large tier, our super summit pack tier is going to get our super summit pack offer, which is our large offer. And then it's going to get these bonuses. And then if I have any upsells I wanted to put in there, I could add those in there just like that. And the upsells, these are one-click summit upsells, meaning if anybody purchases this summit offer, they're immediately shown these additional offers, this one first, and then they go in this order. So this one would be first and this one would be second. And then they can choose to purchase it just clicking one button. They don't have to re-put in their billing information or anything like that. So again, once we have our offers and bonuses in there, we just go and add those into which tier that they go a part of. Okay. So that's our summit tiers. Now our registration tiers are free tier. And also you add in, you sync your email list here inside of these tiers, so that when somebody, for example, they opt in for the summit, they're in the registration tier, which is the free tier. They get added to our, free this email list, and they're going to be getting emails for that. And since this is the free tier, this is the registration tier, we don't want to give them lifetime access to that. So that means anybody in this tier, the Summit software will unlock and lock the sessions based on the schedule that we've set, based on the appropriate days and times that we've set. And so if they're in that registration tier and they don't have lifetime access, they don't get to continue it because they're just a part of the summit for free, then those sessions will lock down and they won't be able to have access to those. But inside of our all access passes, our tiers, we're still going to sync up our email list there again, so that we can communicate with the people who've purchased, who've purchased this offer in this tier. So that they get the correct communication. And now that they're in this level, this tier, they've purchased it, we're going to give them ongoing access to those summit sessions. And when this is done like that, it means that they're going to maintain access to it. So they get this is like the all access pass. They immediately access all of those sessions for free, and maintain, or not for free, but they maintain access to those ongoing. This is also how you can do an encore weekend. If you're doing an encore weekend with your summit, or a bonus day, if you're doing a one-day summit, you can come here to your registration tier. And once the summit ends and you're ready for that encore weekend to start, let's say it's Friday and it's starting now, I can just go in and I can add lifetime access here. And as long as this is clicked, this is selected, everybody in this registration tier will now have ongoing access to those sessions. They're not getting anything else because they're still in the registration tier, right? They don't have the other bonuses or offers here, but it now unlocks all of those sessions. So for the encore weekend, these attendees can go in and watch whatever sessions they want. However, once that encore weekend is over, I just come back, unclick that, update it, and now everybody in this registration tier now no longer has ongoing access. Okay, that's back to just normal access, which means that those sessions will be locked down. So that's how you can quickly and easily do an encore weekend with one click of a button right there. Okay. So again, anybody who's in the higher tiers that you've given lifetime access to, they'll maintain that access, and that's all done there. So the offers, bonuses, and tiers are definitely something you want to have prepared in advance in order to get this done. Sponsors, pretty simple and easy. Let's go here into let's go into this one. So our sponsors, you're going to create a sponsorship tier. Very simple. What's the name of the tier? You can have more than one tier, like platinum, elite, gold, whatever. Then you go into your sponsors here and you add a sponsor. What's the name, logo, add it to one of those tiers. What's their website? Do you want to add a lead magnet into there, or a free gift from that sponsor that they can put, that'll be there inside of the summit for them? You can add that there, etc. And that's sponsors. So that's quick and simple. That doesn't take much time at all. The second thing that's probably the one thing that could take the most amount of time, depending on which option you're going to use, is going to be your summit site. So let me just recap here. Again, summit details. What is the summit called? Description of the summit. the logo, etc. This is also if you were doing a paid summit, like it's not free to attend, but it's paid. This is where you would select that right here. It would be you would change this from free summit to paid summit. And the difference here is over in our tiers, this registration tier, which you can see you can't delete that tier. You can delete all these other tiers because you're creating them. On a free summit, there has to be a registration tier. This is the tier where everybody who's participating for free is a part of. So you can't delete that. But if you do a paid event, if you change this to paid, that registration tier is no longer available. It's gone because there's no free tiers. It's paid. So just a little piece of information for you there. So summit details, again, very simple. What are the categories? This is important, especially now that we have our summit marketplace. So when, attendees are searching for different summits, like which categories, etc., they're going to select that. You're going to put that right here in your summit categories, what type of summit it is. Was it a one-day summit? Is it a live stream conference? Is it a multi-day summit, etc.? When does it start? How many days? Reply to email, which update this. Support virtual summits.com, which you can update just like that. You got the domain, and here is your color schemes right here. Cover color is very important. If you're using, which we're going to talk about next, well, actually, even if you're not using the simplified theme, but if you're using the simplified theme, either way, this image here, this cover image is going to be the image that the software is going to auto-populate, both for your simplified theme registration page, but also inside of the summit portal, the membership area where the summit is actually taking place. That image is going to be the main image there. And so if you've got a dark image with dark font, it might be hard to see that the text. Or if you have a light image with light font, you can see the information here. This right here, this secondary color is going to be your font color. This right here can change the opacity. This is the cover image opacity. Cover image opacity will change the opacity on top of that cover image, which is important because if that, we can really just edit, like kind of adjust that opacity, and that'll like darken or lighten that image so the font will stand out. So that's something to note there. That's just a little tip that sometimes summit hosts, when they're working on their summit, get into. Color names. Okay. So with that being said, the only other part here that's important, the post is going to be the host. Post summit is important, but not until after your summit ends. You don't need to turn this on until after your summit ends. Okay. So don't worry about post summit, your ever summit feature or just in time feature until after the summit ends. That being said, this is proprietary technology inside of Virtual Summit software, which allows the software to rerun your summit as if it's happening for the first time, ongoing forever. It's a forever summit, hence Ever Summit. Now, again, we're one of the only platforms, Virtual Summit software is one of the only platforms that has this functionality to be able to do it like this. What happens is anybody that comes to your registration page is going to see, hey, your summit is starting, whatever you decide to start it on, if you decide to have it run once a week, twice a month, once a month, whatever, it's starting next Tuesday. Anybody who opts in for that summit, registers for the summit, goes through the summit, is then going to see, okay, they're going to have the summit. The software will unlock and lock the sessions based on the appropriate days and times. And then after the summit ends, if they go back to that registration page, everything's locked down. The registration page says, hey, summit's ended, please upgrade. So it actually maintains real authenticity. It really ends. They can't go back through it, etc. Now you can also do the just in time feature, which means your summit is starting just in time. Again, this is not for the first time you run the summit. This is if you're going to rerun the summit afterwards, post-summit. So this shows to the attendees at the summit, or to the people who are going to register for the summit, that is starting right now. Today's day one. Jump in. And if they register today, or if they register, then it unlocks the summit as if today is day one, and then runs the summit as if it's starting that day. So that's really great for catching people who are, at their highest point of excitement, easiest, highest point of conversions, etc. The difference between these two is Ever Summit is great. The Ever Summit feature is great if you're going to have a communication sequence, like an automated sequence that runs in coordination with your summit. So like on day 1 or day 2 or day 3, you can sync that like this, because you know what day the summit's going to start. It's going to start on a Thursday, and it's going to happen every week. Just in time can happen anytime that attendee wants to jump in, like right now in the morning or tonight or tomorrow. Any of those could be day 1, depending on when the attendee jumps in. So that's important there. The summit host information, this is simple. This is just your bio, your headshot, your information essentially, is what you're going to have here for that. Let me back up here real quick and go into the summit host. So right here. So, I mean, you can add a host pretty simple by just putting in those details, the summit host details. And then, okay. So let's see here. So that's going to be bio, headshot, and title. We went through speakers. We've already got that. The one thing that we're going to keep in mind here, just an overview here, so you can quickly see if you're using the summit, the simplified theme, which we're going to talk about next. It's going to auto populate all the information into your summit site from the details you've already filled out. Now, this order right here of your speakers, this is the order that's going to show up on your summit landing page or your registration page. So if you have a couple anchor speakers that you want to be at the very shown first, etc., you can just rearrange that like that. This also allows you to hide a speaker. Maybe you're waiting on that speaker to get you their information or whatever. You can hide it instead of just deleting that speaker. If you delete the speaker and they end up getting you the information, got to go all the way back through, put that information back in. You can also quickly see which speakers have completed their information, which speakers have not, if you've assigned them or not. Same thing over here with the presentations. Again, this is where our chat function is. So if you want the integrative live chat that's going to be inside the summit on each of the sessions, you can make that not visible. You can either set that for every session, or you can go individually and turn that on and off for specific sessions. Maybe you have your sales sessions that you don't want to have chat available for. Or if you're running this on the EverSummit feature, you can have this as active. You can have it visible for social proof, but make it inactive so that nobody else can comment on it. Maybe you don't want to have to sit there and follow up and watch comments or anything like that. Scheduler was pretty simple. We kind of went through that already, but just to recover that, this is the sessions, right? And so you just kind of drag and drop your speakers into the order that you want them to go, and that's how that'll work. Okay. So you have what time are your sessions going to start, and then how long do you want those sessions to be available for? 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, etc. 24 is the most common. 48 has become pretty popular over the last year. Order by time. This is an advanced function. I wouldn't use this unless you're trying to mimic a live stream conference. It's just going to increase your customer support issues. Okay. So we went through offer spheres. So let's talk about the summit dashboard here. So building your summit site. Now, this is the main area that can increase your time. Everything we just talked about, this is easy. You could knock these out 20, 30, 40 minutes if you have all that information, maybe even less, especially if you only got if you're doing a one-day summit, you got 5 to 10 speakers, not a big deal there. But the summit site is where you could really extend your time if you're not careful. So I almost always recommend using the simplified theme, just because it's quick, it's easy, it's professional, it's mobile friendly, it auto-populates all the information, and these are based off of 4 of the top performing summit themes. Now you're going to look at them, you're going to go, they're simple. Well, usually simple performs better than complex. Like some of the, and we've tried this out. We've built out all these fancy pages and very custom long pages. And almost every time they perform, not bad, but they perform worse than our simplified themes here. These simplified themes are simple, easy, and put people right to the point. Usually, here's what it is. When people are going through your summit site, they're looking for a reason not to register or not to opt in. So you don't want to give them more options. So anyways, you can choose whatever you want. You can either build it completely custom, which we'll talk about here in a second, or you can just choose from one of these simplified themes. Now we're adding even more of these as we go. So you're going to see more of these coming as we speak. But here's essentially the layout of these themes. So you're going to see it laid out like this. And then the virtual summit software is just going to auto populate. It's going to pull in all of the information that you've put into the summit, and it's just going to fill this all out for you. So you don't actually have to build out your summit site. You just got to put in a couple pieces of information. So this is a different format. This is building. This is kind of separating it by days, the speakers by days. Here is another layout, which just has a main opt-in box there, then the welcome video there. And then just, again, another little layout here. So with that being said, all you have to do in order to edit or do your summit site with a simplified theme is just put in the title and subtitle. And then each of these sections, again, you can choose to have them visible or hidden if you want, but then the software auto populates this information as we just saw in there. You just put the title and subtitle, and again, determine if you want this visible or not. You also have your analytics down here as well. You've got that for the landing page. You got that for sales page. You put your video URL there, thank you page, etc. Again, look at this. You could have this done in a matter of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, especially if you already had this and you're just copy and pasting it. So again, that's kind of what I recommend on most of this is you go through and see what it is, and then you go through and write it out or get it together, and then you come back and fill it out. You'll have this done in an hour. Now, if you wanted to use the customized Summit Page Builder, which we just released, was it last month? I believe we just released 5 new Summit themes. So the cool thing with this is we have over 20 different Summit themes. Okay. Now this is going to sound super exciting. You're going to love this. You're going to want to use this, but remember this, if you're going to build out a full Summit site, this is like any other page builder that you've used, like ClickFunnels, Kartra, Lead Pages, etc. And it's going to take more time to build out a fully customized Summit page or Summit site. But you do have that option. Okay. So you can, choose which page do you want to work on. You can go through and choose through one of our different 20 Summit themes that are all based off of, highly performing Summit virtual summits. Some of these summits most of these summits are all 6-figure summits. Some of them have done millions of dollars. They've generated hundreds of thousands of leads. You can mix and match those themes if you want to. All of that's there. Just remember, it's going to give you, it's going to take a little bit longer if you're editing and working on, a fully customized Summit theme. My goal on this video was to show you how you could do your summit in 1 hour or less. So if you're going to do a 1 hour or less summit, you're going to choose a simplified theme. Okay. That said, that covers the main components. Here's the cool thing: 1 hour or less, the Summit affiliate. When it comes to this is so cool. One of the things I love about virtual summit software, I've used so many different affiliate platforms in the past over the last 10 years, building out summits even before the virtual summit software existed. And even in the process of when virtual summit software was still building out its affiliate dashboard, et cetera, they were just so complex, so difficult, so time consuming. It was just such a pain. And so when we built out the Summit affiliate dashboard, our number one goal was how can we make this as quick and easy as possible, giving you the functionality you need and the data you need. So here's how quick and easy it is. You don't have to do anything, and you can have your Summit affiliate dashboard and links and everything all done. What I mean by that is every time you add a speaker into the Summit, they are automatically created an affiliate account here, and they're automatically given access to that affiliate account inside of their affiliate portal. So remember, they have access to that too. In addition, they're automatically generated a affiliate or Summit referral link, which you have access to here. This is your access, but they automatically have it. So literally, you don't even have to do anything. You add them as a speaker, they're automatically created an affiliate account and given their referral link. So as long as they're inside of the dashboard, their affiliate dashboard, they have everything they need. It's that simple. That there's never been a simpler or easier way to one, manage your Summit affiliates, but also to give them the aspects they need. Now you can make it different. You can go here. You can, it's automatically set at 50%. The default commissions are automatically set at 50. You can set individual percentages. Like if you want the main offer to be 50, but upsells to be 10 and order bumps to be whatever. You can also disable affiliate signups if you want to, meaning if you have this enabled, it'll show up on your registration page. It'll give people the ability to sign up. It'll also show up inside of the marketplace. If you leave that active, your summit, if you put it in the marketplace, will have the ability for people to sign up as affiliates for your summit, which is pretty freaking cool, because that means you could get people signing up to promote your summit and you're not even having to do anything. They're just doing it automatically. Now, again, you get an overview here. This is the dashboard. We've got all the affiliates here. I can see an overview of their numbers, their data. I can get access to the referral links, their email, PayPal email. I can put it in there. If they've put it in, it'll show up there. I can also set individual commissions for them, and I can get an overview of how they're doing during the summit, all right here. Now, as an affiliate or a speaker shares that summit, and those attendees sign up and buy things, it's going to show up here in the pending commission, and none of it shows up in the affiliate dashboard until you approve it. Now, after I've gone through and approved this commission, then it will show up in the affiliate dashboard, and it'll also show up here in the all commission. So I can go back and unapprove it if I need to, or after I've paid that affiliate, I can go back here and I can select those all as paid, and that will track the payment for me as well. So this is pretty cool. Access, and again, it can be as simple and easy as possible. If we're building this out within 1 hour, all I got to do is add them as speakers, and boom, they're automatically here. My speakers have accounts, they have referral links, it's all inside of their dashboard. They're good. Now, I can also add individual affiliates right here if I want. So that pretty much covers the main piece. We can manage our team here. We've got all of our attendees there. Let me go here. Let's go into this. So what's cool with the attendees is, of course, this is where you manage your attendees. You can import a list here. If you have got a list you want to have access to this, you can add a new attendee. You can export the list. You can also manage attendees here as well. So let's say I've got an attendee. I can see what their purchases are here. I can see, was that purchase a reoccurring payment? I can manage that here if I need to. I can stop payments, refund it, etc. I can get an overview of that. I can also get an overview of their engagement, meaning if they've participated on any on any sessions or anything like that, it'll pop up here as well. Let's see if I can find one. This is our demo portal. So if we see anybody, anybody who's accessed anything will show up here under this. You'll see what time, when they've accessed it and when it's been done. Integrations are all here. Overview here. This is where all your links are going to be, link to the landing page, registration page. That's the, register. This is the login link. You can view the Summit portal here. This is, again, when any of your attendees access the presentations, it marks it as completed, so they can see that. This is where the interactive live chat is right there. This is the video. This is their purchases are all going to be laid out here, where they can, if they've purchased them, they can access them. If they haven't, they're going to be prompted to upgrade, etc. So you got your pages there. You can see your sales page, thank you page, quick overview here. This is where you can put this, like this right now is on test mode, which means I can go through and test it out without having to put any billing information in. This is also where I turn on the marketplace if I want my summit listed in the marketplace. And then analytics are all right here. So I can see how many people, this is the session overviews, how many people have seen those sessions. If 67 people have watched this session, I can get a quick overview of what that session was. Page overview, how many people have looked at these different pages, what are their conversions, so registration page, sales page, upsell page, etc. How are my offers performing, so the name of the offer, how many sales has had, overall sales amount, sales conversion on each of those offers individually. And then this is another place where I can access all of my transactions. So I can see all of my individual transactions here. I can manage those as needed. I can export that data if I want, and also see my analytics there. So that's, again, how, if you wanted to, or if you needed to, you could actually put up a virtual summit in less than an hour. What's really kind of cool about this too, is I've seen a lot of people now that have got all, like, a summit that they built out on WordPress maybe last year or years ago, or they've got a video series that they've done that's just sitting there collecting dust. And you could take that entire thing and build it out here in less than an hour, have it listed over here on the marketplace. Yeah, that was an example. Actually, let me see if I can pull that back up. So this was an example right here, registration not started. So this is an example of, I need to go, and I obviously misspelled that button there. This was just a demo summit. But with that being said, this is an example of when the registration, like when your summit is over, ended, or not started, that it's not going to be able to be activated with. So that's something there. But what I was talking about is you could go here with your into the marketplace, and you could take your previous summits and list them here and have them continue to get you opt-ins, continue to get you ongoing lead magnet. This continues to be the top of your funnel ongoing. So you could do that here. So again, you could you'd have all that information. You just go through, put it in there. You add the speakers in here. You put them in the order you want. You add the speaker details, so like presentation, what's the title, what's the link, what's the bio, is there any, lead magnets that you're going to put in there for that speaker, like that's the free gifts. Scheduler, put them in the order that you want them to go. Offers and tiers, create those offers, the bonuses, and then put those into the appropriate tier. All access pass, add any sponsors that you got here. Summit builder, again, you can just use that simplified theme there, have that up and done in a matter of minutes. You won't even need the affiliate dashboard if you're just adding this in as a past summit. But if you wanted to, you do have that available there. You could reach back out to those speakers and say, hey, we're going to rerun this or relaunch this. We'd love for you to shoot out one more email. Here's your link. Again, integrations, and then access to all your links. So you could literally have that up and ready to rock in less than an hour, especially if you're bringing an old summit over there. Now, there's plenty of ways to make it take longer than an hour. Like I said, if you're doing it all step by step, coming up with the information while you're in the summit, then yeah, that's going to take longer to do. Also, if you're doing the customized pages, that's going to take longer. But this is how you could do it. So just wanted to go through with our walkthrough. Again, we've got our brand new summit marketplace that is now open for you to check out. Jump in there, post your summit, make sure you've turned that summit on. You're going to do that down here in the publish and overview area. You just want to make sure this is turned on. So like you can see, if it's on live mode, it needs to be on live mode. It needs to be published. And then you turn it on the marketplace to be able to get access to that or put that inside of the marketplace. So check that out. If you haven't checked out virtualsummits.com, Virtual Summit Software is the quickest and easiest way to host a successful virtual summit. You can have it up and ready to go in about an hour. You can also get a full 15-day free trial, no billing information collected. You can check out our different plans and aspects here. You can see our features all over here. You can also see access to our resources. We got a bunch of amazing summit resources. We got free resources, case studies, check out our podcasts, etc. All that available there. So check it out. Love to hear your feedback. Love to hear your thoughts on the marketplace. Enjoy that. And as always, the virtual summits are the most powerful way to get your message out to the world, build an audience, generate revenue, and impact your influence. And the virtual summit software is the quickest and easiest way to make that virtual summit happen. Enjoy, jump in, get started. See you in there.